Hello, hello. Hey there, YouTube, slasher chicks and slasher dudes. My name's Alicia. This is Slasher Chick TV, where we like to talk about growth mindset and negotiation strategies. So you never have to choose between this or that. You can always say yes to this slash that and designing a life that you love so you can be the multi talented, multi passionate person that you are. And today we are, if you're looking at the banner, on day 63 of 90 consecutive days of live streaming, meaning I am 70% at my goal. Like I have achieved 70% attainment. That is like, I'm impressed with myself. Okay. Now, a couple of things have happened along this journey. Um, Before I started this journey, I had been, I don't know, for lack of a better phrase, hemming and hawing about reading the 12-week year. 12-week year and Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits is next since it keeps getting recommended to me. So I'm not done the 12-week year. I'm on like chapter 14 or something as far as the book. But I have not let the fact that I haven't finished the book stop me from putting some of the things into practice. And so this week is supposed to be week one of my 12-week year. And today being Wednesday and me starting the week on Monday, I don't know, I gotta go score myself, but I failed on day one, succeeded on part of the goals on day two. Like my score is going to be low for this week is the bottom line. Like so far I got 6 out of 50 possible points, I think. No bueno, but progress nonetheless. This is a right progress over perfection live stream. And one of the things that the book recommends is that you have an accountability partner, that you have these weekly accountability meetings for. And let me just see if I can find something that explains that better than me. Uh, so you're supposed to have these weekly accountability meetings as a way to keep yourself obviously accountable. So it's called WHAMs. Okay, well, Google AI has already answered it for me, as you can see. I didn't know they integrated this into Gemini. So if this is your first time seeing it, you can be just as surprised as I am. I only searched for weekly accountability meetings, 12-week year. I didn't even finish year. And it gave me this description here. Weekly accountability meetings, or WHAMs, are a key part of the 12-week year, a system that focuses on shorter time windows to achieve results instead of annual planning. In these meetings, a peer group discusses their progress, challenges, and successes with each other. Here's the thing, I do not have time to add a peer group accountability session to it. And the thing that I feel about accountability is the main thing I have to hold myself accountable to is to myself. But if I add an accountability session to my calendar and that's another way I feel like I'm failing someone, I'm not going to be successful. So I've been trying to figure out today, well, how can I automate this session for myself? How can I use these AI tools to make this a present me and future me check in? So that's what I'm trying to work on. Now, granted, having accountability partners can increase your commitment. And I'm not saying that that's not going to be true. But like you're also my accountability partners as an audience here. That's why I'm sharing some of these goals with you, because it's going to keep me honest. Um, Ooh, what's this? Y'all know I go down a rabbit hole with some new tool. Now it says you can try this accountability chart for free. Yeah, I just find it hard to believe that I can't just build this for myself. I'm certain I can. Oh, this is for small orgs. Oh my gosh, I used to use this at one of my previous startups. I forgot to even share that tab, so y'all didn't see it. Now, if you do really need a person, there are things like this, which I think um, can support you. And Flow Cub is like if you need someone to help you during your sessions. I actually might consider this because I haven't done my 3 hour strategy session for the week. And so I might consider this as a way to support my accountability there where I do need another human. But as far as checking on my progress against goals, I don't need another human to do that. So still want to automate it. Now, wait, what's this I found? Account 50 plus weekly focus sessions. Ooh, yeah, body doubling is, something that it can be of value. Okay. So this also, yeah, has virtual co-working sessions. So they've got drop-in, or you can choose facilitated sessions and a community. All right, this is actually pretty cool. This is definitely body doubling is definitely a tool for people who have ADHD as a way to stay focused. Oh, they have affiliate program. Let's see what the pricing is. Okay. All right. A lifetime for $900. That's actually if you know you're someone who needs this, the fact that they have the lifetime option for that price, that's not bad. Oh, and they've got different ways that you could do it. Okay. Now, let's see who their facilitators are. I'm going to go with Alicia because we share the same name. Oh, she's the founder. And her name is not Alicia, it's Alethea. Alethea. Oh, she's probably like Greek or something because I think that's the only place where you pronounce the CIA with a THE. But y'all can correct me in the comments. All right, this is actually pretty cool. Um, and learning about this founder and why she started this business. And this is an international organization. Okay, but this is none of this is what I'm here for. I'm supposed to be showing y'all something else, but oh, never thought about this. But you could also try meetup.com if you needed just one in person. I again, like I said, don't want an in person accountability buddy because I don't want to be committed to another human for another thing right now. But if I needed it, you could also try on Reddit and see if you could find someone there. That's another um, way I would not have considered. Oh, and there's an Eventbrite option here that someone posted in a group. Now, see, maybe that's something that I would do because then I could use it as double duty, right? I could practice like a speech or something and like a segment of a speech as a welcome and have accountability buddies. Now, that's one plus on it as going with something like Eventbrite. But none of that's what I'm going to try today. What I'm going to try today is this and seeing if I can get a my own. Now, here we go. I started by working on this prompt to see what the thing came up with. And I'm going to have to stop my sharing in order to do this. Oh, all right, she got started a little too soon for me. But I want to introduce you to my weekly accountability meeting coach that I created with AI between Canva and DID. Oh, actually, no, this is Deep Reel. This is what they came up with me for if I go to meet with my coach, say, weekly. Well, what I came up with me. Here we go. How do I start it again? There we go.
Concept of the 12-week year. It's a planning method that emphasizes focusing on shorter, more manageable time frames, 12 weeks, to achieve goals more effectively, rather than traditional annual goals. This method includes setting clear, specific goals, creating detailed plans to achieve them, and holding regular accountability meetings to assess progress and adjust plans as needed.
I can't believe I made this. Now, all right, that set the stage, and now I can start my day.
Welcome to your weekly accountability meeting. We're going to follow our standard agenda to ensure we're on track with our 12-week year goals. Let's dive right in with your individual report outs. Remember, this is a safe space to share your progress and challenges. I am here to support you and find ways to overcome any obstacles. Results.
Now, this is where I would kind of pause. Hi, T. Pataya, if I'm pronouncing that correct. This is where I would kind of pause and answer this for myself. Now, one way I could use this is a way to track my progress throughout the 12 weeks, and I could use this my AI coach I've created, have them in a Zoom with me and pause and record my answers to this question. So the results for the week I mentioned so far, not doing so hot in that I had the 3 goals that I needed to do on Monday and Tuesday in order to move forward with my 12-week year. And of those 3 goals that I was supposed to do each day, I've only done 2 of them each day. So that's how I'm doing on results. And if I were to measure it, I think the way I set my points up was 1 point for completing it. I mean 1 point for possible partial completion. So I would get 6 points, but I would not have any other points for any of the other tasks I was supposed to. See. Well, thanks for the coming by, T. Now let's continue. I checked in on results. Let's see what she asked me to do next.
Actual to goal. How did you score? Share your results compared to your goals.
All right,
what were your wins/setbacks?
Now, my wins did include I did post 1 YouTube video and I recorded another one, and I'm in the process of editing it. So I do believe I'll achieve that goal this week in addition to my regular live streaming, and that I'm pretty excited about. Setbacks, I already talked about.
Welcome to your weekly accountability meeting. We're going to follow our standard agenda to ensure we're
done. Because my next video had not recorded yet, I don't think. Is this it? Let's see.
Weekly execution.
Yep. Okay. So we're going to put her in now for part 3. Oh, let me go remove her from there. Actually, I'll just delete that. So I want it to look like my coach is meeting with me on a computer screen, right? Like we're meeting in Zoom. So I'm just going to duplicate this page, take that video out of the frame, and I'm going to add my new one here in the frame. And we're just going to go ahead and pick up right where we left off, that this is the next segment of my coaching session.
Yes, I'm familiar with the concept of the 12-week year.
We did that already. We're here. This is what we're going to record. Let's try it now.
Yes, I'm familiar with the concept of the 12-week year.
All right, not what we were doing, but since we're going from the beginning.
Yes, I'm familiar with the concept of the 12-week year to assess progress and adjust plans. Sure, we're on track with our 12-week year goals. Let's dive right in with share your results compared to your goals.
Okay.
What were your wins/setbacks? Weekly execution. Let's talk about your weekly execution.
Okay.
Were you able to complete the tasks you planned?
No, I was not able to complete the task I planned. Maybe I need to set some pauses in the video and that'll make it easy.
Did you stay focused and committed to your goals?
I did stay more focused and committed to my goals than I perhaps had expected to. I named her Dr. Kennedy.
What's working? Where are you struggling? Share what's working well for you.
Okay. What's working well for me is I have really clear goals. They are smart, and they are executable. What is not working is I have not written down my weekly plan, and I'm accepting the progress over perfection. But if I were to set up very next steps, it would be to make sure I write down the full plan and do the plans per week, kind of like I have the workbook to make this happen. Let me see, do I have that to share? Um, so yeah, if I were doing everything I was supposed to, Coach Kennedy, because yes, that's what I'm calling her. I crack me up when I do this to myself, where I try to move around screens and stuff, and then I can't find where my StreamYard is. Okay, here we go. Now, get myself back to set up here. Okay, now, what I do have is this that I could be using. And probably should be using. Well, there's not even a probably. There's like a definitely. But let's take a look here. Now, what I should be doing is here, after I've laid out these tactics, yeah, I laid out all the tactics and then put the specific week in which they need to be done. And I haven't done that as far as writing it down. I have them like, oh, it's in my head now. But earlier today, I set out to print the sheet. Which I did. And I will go ahead and do that this evening. So that will be my progress. But thanks, Coach. Now, let's see what else I need to check in on.
Are there strategies or tactics that are particularly effective? On the flip side, where are you struggling? Are there any specific areas where you need more support or resources? Yes, I'm familiar with the...
Oh, all right. So, any specific area where I need more support or resources. And that's where I left off in my script. And I want to leave with some encouragement, but I don't know what that will be because I kind of want that to be different every time. But I do think this will help me as I start to record my weekly accountability meetings, and it'll give me kind of like almost like, I'm trying to shut her up. It'll almost give me like past gameplay to review at the end of the 12-week year. So I'm going to try it and see how that works out. Now, I've made it this far. And wow, in this moment, I'm suddenly feeling like, am I having a personal summer or what? Like my air conditioning is on, but it's not as cool as it would like to be. And I'm just like suddenly not feeling that well. Hold on one moment and let me get something to drink. Hold on. I think I have. Oh, you know what? I prepared for this moment, I think. And this is when Future Me was taking care of me because I downloaded my Mind movie. I talked about that in previous lives. I haven't watched it in a while. So I was like, oh, worst case scenario, I'll end the stream with the live Mind movie, and that'll give me a couple extra minutes. And right now, I need to go get something to drink or something. That's what we're going to do. So here we go.
Uh-huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proudly presenting. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proudly presenting.
Uh-huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proudly presenting. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proudly presenting.
I know my beat is simplistic, but I'm proud of my first beat I made.
Uh-huh.
I always love and success. The success is inevitable. As long as I keep going. And I just don't give up. And I was so prepared for tonight. Everything works out perfectly for me. And hopefully for you too. Oh, I didn't even remember that I had the fade out on there. One day I'm gonna look back at that and cringe hard, okay? Today is not that day. Today is not that day at all. Today is the day that I am proud of my progress over perfection. Now, on this win-win Wednesday, well, I'm thinking of saving this for um, Thrive Thursday, or I don't know, Freedom Friday, because if you hadn't heard, there's like all these small business owners going viral about the Francesca's retail store failing to pay them, and I think it's a great opportunity to look at the negotiation of it all. Hi, Marlene. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. So I might take a look at that for tomorrow on a Thrive Thursday, because I think these small businesses could thrive had they just taken a totally different approach to this big box retailer. Definitely taking advantage of them. There's no denying that that's happening. But it's also capitalism. And what boggles my mind often is that people seem to forget that if you are purely capitalistic, if you're only thinking about capitalism, there's no room for ethics. That's that by definition. And so I don't understand why people are surprised when then businesses behave badly. But that's also why I was a part of the movement of businesses using their business as a force for good. Because I don't believe business has to be bad, and businesses should be responsible to everyone that they have to engage with, and that includes their community. But I just want to remind folks, as a part of in prep for this negotiation, if you look up the definition of capitalism, it says an economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit. That's the key. For profit. Anything that is counter to that objective, we don't do. That's what you should expect for most big businesses. Now, if you are not familiar with what I'm talking about as businesses that use their business for good, you can check out the B Corp movement and find companies like Patagonia, Ben and Jerry's, Warby Parker. I don't think is currently a B Corp, but they used to be. But companies like that have those 1-for-1 models, like for every pair of glasses you buy, we give away glasses to people that can't afford them, or like Tom's, when you buy a pair of Tom's shoes, they are giving away either shoes or socks to people who can't otherwise afford them, because otherwise they are only taking. And so I love it when businesses find a way to give. I also love it when I find a way to prepare the road for myself. And luckily, I had that Mind movie ready in my pocket because I was not feeling well, but I was able to go then get some water. This is like one of my things that I'm really bad at is drinking water. But this water, I love it. Why I'm bad at drinking water is because it doesn't taste like anything. But somehow, this water does. I don't pay for water because that's ridiculous. It's like a human right. It's not even like a human right. It is a human right. I should not have to pay for water. So I'm not one of those people that buys water, except for that brand. Don't ask me. It tastes so good. So good. Now, I might also be like not that keen on water too, because I also feel like tap water, maybe it's Philadelphia tap water. That it's definitely Philadelphia tap water, because when I go home and visit my mom in South Carolina and I drink her tap water, it tastes like a fresh spring. And I just don't know, how they do it differently. But at any rate, that's how I will do my weekly accountability meetings with my AI tool. I will actually go ahead and move forward with writing down my tactics in the week that it's due. Oh, Marlene, I was saying, I don't know if you started the audiobook, but I'm on, I think, chapter 14. And yeah, I still haven't had my strategy session for the week. It was supposed to be today. That did not happen successfully. So I'll keep you posted on how I do. I think that will be another one of my things that when I check in next week, did I actually do the things that I need to do to make a 12-week year successful? But one thing I did do to make today successful was complete my day 63 of 90 consecutive days of live streaming. So we have a full 70% goal achieved. And this last 30% is the home stretch. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend. I already know I'm going to have challenges this weekend, and I'm trying to wrap my head around it and get in front of it now. But I have a concert to go to on Friday, and then I'm going to be traveling Saturday and Sunday. And so I don't know. I'm going to have to figure it out. I'm going to have to figure it out, though, because the one thing I am not going to do is break this streak. I came too far to turn back now. So, Marlene, I don't know if you'll be around on Friday, but if you were open to it, we could also try some like editing things live if you want to. That seems like a good Freedom Friday type topic. Yeah, and that's all I got for right now, because if I were counting down, I'd be counting down to like, oh, in 10 seconds from now, I will have achieved the 30 minutes. Now, when I do figure out a live stream format, I recognize that 30 minutes is just not long enough. You really have to go live for, in my experience, for the kind of engagement that I would like, right? I need to be on for like an hour, to give people, one, time to get here, two, time to chat. So as I do these last few days and figure out that format, I will work on it. But I was also hoping to complete this early tonight so I could go ahead and eat some dinner while watching some other streams. So let me go drink some more water so I can feel better. But I know part of the not feeling so good right now is because I haven't eaten dinner and I just need food. I am officially close to hangry. And that's not good. So with that, I'm going to close this stream. Thank you for watching. And if no one else told you today, you are more than enough. And I love you.